It has been a tough weekend for filming. It's not that I haven't played, it's wow. On Friday night, I was playing a bunch, and my recordings, some of them took and some of them didn't. And at first, I mean, the matchmaking was not very forgiving, and there were just a lot of total blowouts for and against. And I just wasn't getting a lot of defeats. I wasn't getting a lot of action. I was either getting pummeled so bad that I couldn't move. I had probably 3 matches where I didn't get above 3 defeats. Or I would be on the winning side and maybe I would get 7 defeats because my team was just swarming so quickly and the other team was quitting out, and it was just about as bad as it gets. On top of that, when I finally did get a good match, I had a 22 defeat match, and I thought, all right, finally. And only 3 minutes of it saved. And I thought, okay, I'll work with that. Of course, it wasn't great footage, but it was all I had. And my OBS started acting up, and I'm looking over here from time to time to make sure it's running because it kept kicking out. And I finally took it as a sign. It's like, okay, I just was not meant to produce anything tonight. So last night I just wound up too busy yesterday to get it done. Today I've played a ton. I have been busy, but I carved out some time on Sunday afternoon. Just refused to work on work today. And yeah, anyway, I got a bunch of video in the can, so if I don't get to play again the rest of the week, and it starts off pretty busy the next couple days, at least I have some stuff that I can put up. It's not great content, but is it ever? Anyway, with that said, this is Iron Bill, and I'm back with another video. And this is going to be on Radiant Cliffs. My loadout is going to be Top Tree Nightstalker, Wormhusk. I'm spec'd out for mobility. I'm running eventually, and I played a lot of different things today, varying degrees of success, but I wound up on Vigilance wing, and what I did is I put a new skin on it, and it opens up the sight quite a bit, and I thought, now this is okay, and I just need to focus on getting headshots because it's no less than a 3-shot kill because it's 5 rounds per burst. If you at least hit 2 headshot or 2 streams on headshot, you'll probably either kill or just about kill whatever you're shooting at. So mine is Masterworks, so I do have full auto, and it's about as good as it gets. So I paired that with the 7th Seraph CQC shotgun. I'm finding that the Mindbenders is inconsistent. Now the problem I'm having with the 7th Seraph is it doesn't have the range of a Mindbenders or a Felwinters, but it does fire quicker and it's more consistent. So for me and my style of play, so I'm going to live with that. And of course I finished that off with a Hammerhead. So here we are on Radiant Cliffs. Let's just see how it goes. This was the last match I played tonight. I decided to show you this one, and I'll just work back in order through the week if push comes to shove. Now I got salty here and there today, but I didn't really vocalize much of that. It was just like, man, this is just not the way it ought to be. But later on in the afternoon, it got to where I was, again, at least being in competitive matches. And as long as the score's kind of close and, I'm doing all right on the action, then I'm fine. And I was a little distracted there for a moment before I got going. We're all on A, so I decided, or 4 or 5 of us were on A, so I decided to push towards B, get a line up the center here, try to control the middle. No one's going for the zone, so I have to do that. And that's okay, because we got somebody off to the left controlling C lane, got somebody who tries to come behind, and you see that, I mean, you put the shots on center, and they die quickly. Of course, there was a lot of help there. He didn't have much of a chance, but now I've got 3 guys down here. I pull one of them down, drop the grenade. I don't need to peek that again, so I won't. And I'm going back to center, and I'm going to control the middle here a little bit. Pull down another. Now, Vigilance Wing is doing me all right. This is a good map for it. I don't want to push in there too much because I know they are playing with the sniper. And plus, we've got 2 zones. So what we really need to do is just manage. Now, they're going to get heavy. And that's the one downside of this is that essentially we're giving up heavy to do this. But so far, we're dominating. And this is probably the way we ought to play. And then I don't quite get that guy down, pulled down quickly. I do wind up getting a piece of it. That guy moves out too quickly. They're going for A in a big way. I step over here, and I really just want to kind of stay right back and forth here. And I think this is finally where I get taken down. This guy, yeah, pops me. That's what I had not wanted to walk into. Now that guy was going to become very annoying. I'm not going to lie. And what looked like a runaway, all of a sudden my team gets timid. And yeah, we let him get a zone. And I let that guy get away. Just bad job on my part. And I couldn't decide who to shoot. I mean, there were 4 or 5 of them down the line. And this is when I knew we were kind of in trouble. That guy's sitting on a revoker. They're swarming B. There's no reason to go directly back to B because they're going to be on it. I'm trying to clear my angle here. There's somebody behind me. I'm not going to let that guy get away. Now I only got a piece of him. And then this guy with the spectral blades. How far are we into the match? I mean, we are, what, 3 minutes into the match? He's already got a super? Now, there are ways to mod. I'm not calling foul or anything like that. Okay, there are ways to mod in order to make that happen. But they've got a sniper up there. I think I put enough heat on him he had to back off, but I've got somebody behind me. They're all over now. And I really don't have a whole lot of places to go. See, you got another guy. It's Moose with a super again. And that super was lasting forever. He's not getting away. If you want to float like a piñata, man, that's your business, but I will kill you. You know, if I see you before you snipe me or whatever, I will kill you. Even I can hit that shot. All right, so there's the sniper. I'm going to put a grenade up there and force him out. That's Moose, and out he goes. I know it is because he shade stepped. I'm going to try to wrap around underneath here using my shade step. I think they know I'm there, but yeah, I've got to give it a shot because they've gotten ahead of us. And that's where Mindbenders would have killed him outright. But you notice I get the second shot off. It's no problem. I don't get to reload it, and I'm just going to have to take my chances with this. And it's pretty clear I'm not going to be able to take that zone alone. Because they all 3 pushed. Or 2 of them pushed, and one of my teammates came in behind. But I think there were 3 of them, and it was the 2 of us against the 3 of them. I think that's what happened. Yeah, the team collapsed on him. I appreciate him coming in to help, though. I mean, if he'd been a little quicker, we might have gotten out of it. And that's just me being dumb, standing in a lane. These guys were playing some meta. We saw Revoker, saw Luna's Howl, saw Last Word. There's a guy with the Beloved. And that was Moose. That felt good. He didn't need much space to use that Beloved either. I mean, it was just like you come around a corner, pop. And I've been watching some videos on that, and I guess I can kind of understand it better. I pull that guy off the back. Now, Thug Tug must have hated me because I did kill him a bunch. But anyway, something about the way you clear corners. If you clear corners and you're too close to them, you actually are at a disadvantage. So you need to clear corners from an angle. There's that orb that I didn't get earlier. And I'm trying to get built up to my super again as quickly as possible. Bounce off these guys, trying to control the lane. That's one of our supers, I think. Okay, now I'm in a bad spot. I don't know how I got out of that. But there were too many of them to take on alone. And that's really what I quickly realized. So I'm going to back up. Vigilance Wing works best when you give it some space. Because it does have good legs. Yeah, and he pops me with Spectral. And this time it's Tenchi. Now, I don't feel so bad because I thought that was Moose getting it again, like in a super short time. This is where Vigilance Wing, that's the range you want to take that. And that's Thug Tug again. Now, I didn't use my dodge. Oh, man. Teammate, you saved him with that double shield. Probably wanted to save that. And that's another one of those deals where Felwinter's probably, or Mindbender's probably would have killed him. But at least I made him back off. I know that there's still one back here. And I think, no. And I realized that I probably am in a bad spot. And I've got my super again. And yep, there he is. Prometheus. Bangs me out with a revoker. What I wanted to do was get there and put my super on it. But I'm just going to have to settle for B this time. I got one. That was Thug Tug. And then my teammates do clean up the rest of the team, which is what they needed to do. And that really helped us a lot because, and there you see another super running across there. I'm trying to back out and get away from it. It just seemed like they had supers all match. And you notice the Vigilance wing is doing me some good. I mean, this is a nice balance between shotgun and Vigilance. Now, okay, there's that last word. Now, it felt like I only got hit by one shot, and it could be that whatever, a guy could have sniped me first, body shot, and then the last word finished it, which is likely what really did happen. All right, so this guy's going to step over here with the sniper in a second, I think, and I'm going to flinch him. I think that's what happens here. No, actually, that's me wading into trouble I shouldn't have gone into, and I step around the corner there, and I'm just not going to make it. And you see 4 of them heading this way. That's my own fault. I mean, I waded into 4 people. I got what I deserved. And there was no way in the world he was going to get out of that. And then I back up, give myself space. He's going to pursue, but there's someone coming around behind. But that's okay. And what do you know? Another super. But I got 2 of the 3 that came after me. So third guy, well, I guess it was more like 4. To get right down to it, the whole team pinched me. I'm not unhappy with that trade. That's about as well as I could have under the circumstances. I'm going to capture this zone. My team is keeping them busy. And you see how close it is. I mean, it is just like right on it. And I come around the corner into another super. And I'm thinking, good Lord. And that's twice for Tenchi. And that's okay. I kind of get it. I mean, I can get my super 2, maybe 3 times in a match if I'm getting a ton of kills. That pretty much sealed the deal right there. All we have to do is get the zone and we're pretty much golden. And that's it. So how'd we do? I'm not super happy with the way I died at times. It was because of dumb decisions. When I get double team, triple team, whatever, it's okay. I mean, if it happens for a good reason. But tonight I kind of made it happen on my own, and I fed kills. And I will say that my choice of play throughout the day has been very aggressive. For the most part, I just got upset, you know, with the whole thing and just how much I'm getting stomped. And I'm thinking I might as well just run straight at them, you know, for all the good that it's happened. They'll either run straight at me or I'll run straight at them. So I played around with weapons and finally landed on this combination, and this worked reasonably well. So I had matches closer to this. Looking at this, it looks like a little bit of a mismatch, a little bit, except, you know, Moose dropped a 41 and a 4.56. That kind of offsets some of this other stuff, doesn't it? And kill-wise, we balance out pretty well. It's just we control the map better. I mean, that's it. And only slightly better. We're talking about a 7-point match. So, you know, this is a fair match. I don't like what I see here. I don't think this guy should ever be in this lobby, but, you know, he is. And as long as it's not like 3 of the guys like that, I don't know, like if Endoy and Moose had been on the same team along with, you know, all the top players, and it would have been the rest of us, you know, 15 or below, then yeah, I'd have a real problem. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much about that. Vigilance Wing, solid. The 7 Seraph, solid. The roll that I have is solid. Um, I'm I'm going to play with that a little bit. I probably played at least a dozen matches today, probably more. I'll have to look at it, but the last half dozen or so were with Vigilance Wing, and I'm kind of locking it in. So anyway, I don't think there's much to add. I am going to try to add content throughout the week, even if it's the stuff I recorded today. We'll see. I'll be getting home late again tomorrow night, so I'll throw something else out there. May show some of the other weapons I played, but there won't be a lot of defeats on them if I do. So, with all that said, this is Iron Bill, and I'm signing out.